On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And you know what fucking time it is?
You know what time it is?
Yeah, baby!
We are on a high because we just recorded some cameos.
And it was the funniest thing. I wish you guys could have all just been sitting in the room with us for it.
We look like
Deranged.
insane. Yeah.
We're like, hey, we don't know how Cameo works, but this is what you're getting. Yeah. Hope you like it. I also didn't know people could review, but so far, immediately, we got some good reviews. And you know?
We did.
So clearly...
you gotta try it out for yourself.
I guess we're just good at everything.
Oh! Speak for yourself.
Hey. No, it is actually, we were having so much fun doing them. We had props at one point.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get a little more creative maybe, and
oh, you never know what you're gonna get.
I love a costume.
You do, and so do I. And we've got, between the two of us, we've got quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, can you just say happy birthday? We're like, no, but we can say happy birthday.
We can bake a cake. We can blow out candles. We can wrap a gift. We can have a whole thing.
Oh, baby. Well, we might even pop out of a cake.
We should.
We need to do that.
Happy birthday
To you.
Happy birthday,
Mr. President. Oh, fuck. You know what? I wanted to tell you. I watched the other night the Divine documentary. Have you ever watched it?
I have, yeah.
I was surprised because I think this was my first go around actually watching it all the way through. And I was surprised at how much the obituary captured, because when I was watching it, I was like, I feel like everything that I learned in this documentary was basically a drawn out version of what was in the obituary.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like it was just kind of, everything was condensed out. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That makes a good obituary. And speaking of, I actually had a friend of mine, I haven't told you this yet, who lost her dad, reached out to me this week and asked for help with the obituary.
Aww.
Which was, I thought it was so cool because, like, to be able to be of any service during a time like that.
Of course.
I feel like with what we've learned, I'm almost like we could put together a guide for obituaries, just categorize them.
Yes.
Oh, we need to work on like...
We need a pretty little coffee table book.
Yes, with like obituary do's and don'ts.
Yes.
Imagine. You guys...
come on.
Geoffs.
Coffin confessors, funeral clowns, funeral strippers. We'll have chapters for all of that.
Would you guys like that?
Should we write a book?
Oh my God. I'll proofread it. Oh, I love it. I actually kind of feel like that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Writing an obituary is hard. And this isn't the first time. Since doing the show, I think it's the first time I've had someone reach out. But other people that know that, you know, I've experienced loss and stuff have asked for help with that kind of stuff. And I'm always like, yeah, here's what you do. And even grieving stuff is a huge thing. When people pass away, I'm always like, oh, do this for them. Or send them one of these. Or send them this. Because I feel like it's hard to know how to comfort a friend when they're going through something so awful.
I feel like when you were grieving, and not that you still don't grieve probably every day, you know, but like you seemed like very graceful.
Oh.
Like,
are you gonna cry?
I remember sitting and talking with you, and you were like, I'm just taking everything day by day, and if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And like, I feel like it was, but it wasn't a destructive kind of thing. It was you really like listening to yourself and listening to like exactly what your body needed and your mind needed and your heart, you know?
Totally. And I think that, like, for me, that was something that was so important to me. It's something that I still take with me from that time is knowing, like, okay, I'm not going to do anything if I don't feel like it's serving me in a positive way. Of course, there's things that are against your control, and sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do.
Right.
But just in like a personal life way, even, I'm like, it's so hard when you're that heavy into grieving that you're like, fuck, like I can't go out to dinner tonight. I know that I'm going to be so upset, or I know I'm going to cry, or I know I don't feel like talking about anything right now.
Right.
And so I feel like it's just like setting those boundaries for yourself is super healthy. And I think that's something that I definitely took with me. I know a lot about grief, and a book would be a great way to get it out there.
I know.
Oh.
Totally.
Hey.
All right, publishers.
Hey, hit us up.
Hit us up.
We got an idea.
We're going to be like Lisa Rinna selling to pens. Like,
oh my God, why not? Hey, we'll do it for a
Cameo.
What's next? Truly. No, but it is. I mean, I feel like they're all heavy topics and that's all uncomfortable stuff. But I feel like that's like why we like sitting together every week and why you guys enjoy listening is just getting to talk about some of that uncomfortable stuff without it being like this fucking draining, like, oh, like Eeyore-ish type vibe. It's like, let's keep it fucking real. Yeah. This shit happens. We want to talk about it. I have
weird questions. I want to know if a boob lactates. I want to know, you know?
Yes. So here we are, and that's the spiel.
Here we are, and
hopefully we'll be able to help you guys write some obituaries one day.
Yes. So I actually have a little follow-up from the episode where we talked about the Lazarus syndrome and people being pronounced dead and then not being dead.
Right.
Kiana wrote in and said, I have a story to tell you that reminded me of the last episode. So my mom's friend had a complicated birth and died during it. Except she didn't die. She was just in a coma. She heard the doctors tell her husband she was dead and heard them say her death time and put the white sheet over her face and body. Imagine that. Imagine like hearing it.
Those stories are so eerie and they always make me like,
insane. Then she goes on and says, right before they took her to the morgue, she said she used every bit of force in her body and was able to barely wiggle her big toe. And a nurse saw it, and that's when they realized she was not dead.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's insane.
I know. Like, that's one of my biggest fears with surgery is waking up during it.
Oh, well, yeah, and the chances of it are very minimal, but it is one of those fears where you're like, fuck. I've even thought about that. I have one wisdom tooth left, or I have one wisdom tooth that needs to be removed, and I am so paranoid that I'm either gonna, like, completely feel it, or I'm gonna say something crazy when I come off those meds. I'm like, with what we do for work, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be like... talking about death erections to the dentist, like, who knows?
Yep. I got my wisdom teeth out a few years ago. All 4 of them. They knocked me out, and I woke up to the sound of my own laughing.
Oh, no.
And my mom picked me up and took me. She said she could hear me laughing from the waiting room. And it was wild, wild, wild. So yeah, you'll probably say something insane.
Tell them the story you were telling me about how your mom got mad at you when you were little at the mall.
My mom and I got in a fight at the mall once.
How old were you?
Like 10. And she was
crazy.
And I was an asshole. I remember I had just bought Vans, and they were red Vans.
Ooh.
Well, she bought them for me, and we were fighting, and then she was like, and she like turned around and like went into another store. But she didn't know that I knew how to take the city bus. And so I was like, well, I'm leaving. And I left, went to the bus stop, took the bus home. She came home and was like freaked out, like, where is my daughter? And I was just at home like, hi.
Miss me?
Just taking the bus.
Oh my God. I just love that story so much. I love that you were just 10 years old, like, fuck it, I'm going to get on the bus. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting around for this. I remember one time my parents got so mad at me. I was in the car. I was probably like around 10 years old as well. And we were leaving my grandparents' house, and it was in a gated community, and they were driving out and they dropped me off right by the gate. And like, because I was probably being such a shit, and they pretended to drive off, and they left for like 5 minutes, and I was standing there like, oh my God, what have I done? I deserved it. I honestly, looking back now, I'm like, fuck, it's so annoying because like you and I both were little shits when we were younger. And I'm like, that's one of those things when I think about having kids that I'm like, damn, because I know it's going to come as payback. And I'm
yeah.
I just
Yep.
don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah. No,
It's
I know.
scary.
Even with our dogs, I'm like, Doris can look at me sometimes and I'm like, she just called me a bitch, like in her dog language. Like she's looking at me like I am the devil.
Oh, I think dogs must just think we're insane. Like hot dogs sometimes, I'm like, she's probably like, this fucking idiot. This it's gonna make me take another goddamn picture with him. She's like, why do I have an Instagram? What if I wanted to be elusive?
Totally.
Sorry, hot dog.
Well,
in other news, I was watching The View this week.
I heard about Whoopi's.
Oh, we won't even go there.
Dumb
That was
comment.
Stupid. I mean, the show itself is kind of, come on. But I just like watching it because it's just like a routine or whatever. But they were talking about this, and then someone else actually sent us this article to our Gmail, which is obitpod@gmail.com if you guys ever want to send us anything. I don't know if you heard about this. There was a funeral home. It's this mortuary in Russia. They essentially had like hot models modeling in the coffins and stuff. Did you see this?
No.
So the article from the New York Post says a mortuary service in Russia seems to believe that sex sells, even in death, judging by a photo shoot in which it hired scantily clad women to dance around the coffins to promote its services. Undertakers, Horonym.ru in Moscow, are facing, well, they got a lot going on over there right now, I think, but are facing mortified backlash over their decisions to enlist a bevy of beauties for a stunt to promote funeral services. The 42-second clip, branded tasteless and offensive on social media, shows women in lingerie and stripper heels posing with coffins, including one buxom babe who hopped inside the casket and writhed around while another gal put her leg atop the closed portion and smized for the camera. One thong-wearing glamour girl even posed on top of the closed casket with her rump in the air, while another showed off her flexibility inside the casket, doing a backbend with one leg in the air. Good for her. So apparently this is causing all types of controversy, and I'm like, listen, they've never heard this show before, baby.
Oh my God.
You don't know about a funeral clown. You don't know about a funeral stripper.
I love it.
Yes, look at them. They're kind of hot.
They're so hot. Good for them.
You know what I say? Sex does sell, baby. And it's like, it would be controversial to me if it was like, well, first of all, you're saying death is controversial, which it's not. Sorry, it's going to happen. But I'm like, why not have a little fun with it? I was telling you.
If a corpse was in the coffin and they
horribly
were doing
offensive.
that.
Or even if they mocked one, I would be like, yeah, that's not cool.
But like, it's literally, you could replace that casket with like a hot rod and it would be, people would be like, that's fucking hot. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So... buzz off.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. No, I just thought that was so great.
I love that.
Thought it was great.
Great.
All right. I think it's time to start moving into business. But before we do, I wanted to say we went live on Instagram last week after we were done recording. I think we're going to try and do it again tonight.
Yes.
So much fun.
So much fun. Loved meeting everybody.
We got to like bring people in, and we didn't know what we were doing. At one point, there was like 4 different people in there with us, and we're like, oh my God.
Oh my God. There was one guy from Australia. He was so
Jason,
nice.
I think.
Jason, yes. He was so nice. My dumbass had no idea what was going on. And I was like, how old is it over there? But I meant what time is it, I think? Who knows?
Who knows what we're thinking ever.
God, I loved it. Also, one other suggestion that we have for you guys, if you're ever bored, Spencer and I spent a few hours the other night on the phone.
On
FaceTime. FaceTime has this new thing. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me.
us.
Yeah, new to us. That you can share your screen. So we were on Zillow. Oh my God, ragging on these houses.
We're like, what's so-and-so's address? Yeah. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Oh, ooh.
Oh.
Their backyard definitely looked better before.
Yeah.
Why'd they put those concrete breeze blocks in there?
Oh my God, it was the best. It was so fun. Send us your address. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, do it. Send us your address. We'll look at your house. We live for looking at houses like during the pandemic, which is still happening.
The rating system? Tell them about that.
We would go when it was like very like, do not even walk outside. Mm-hmm. When it was like starting to be allowed, we would wear masks and we would walk with each other through the neighborhoods around our houses, and we would just go door to door. Every house we passed, we'd be like, okay, that's a 7, like on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, that's a 6. Oh, I like their brick. Oh, wait, it's a sheet of brick. That's not real brick. I'm giving them a 6. Like, we were just going through it.
Like 80-year-old
It's my
women.
favorite thing to do. We were like, we should write this person a note and let them know. We should, but then we were also like, we should write this person a note and let them know their house is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. And then we were like, we should write ourselves a note because we're renting.
Yeah.
And we have no say.
Hey. Oh my God. Yeah, we need a few more cameos before we can purchase our dream homes, unfortunately. Hey, it's okay. We're glowing up slowly but surely.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right. Well, I'm up first this week. Do you got a side bitch for us?
I do. I have a side bitch that was sent into us.
Perfect.
Quite a bit. So this obituary was sent into us because I haven't heard this episode, but our podcast friends, National Park After Dark.
We just followed each other on Instagram, I feel like.
Yes, go listen to their show. It's great. But apparently they talked about this case. So a lot of geoffs sent it to us. And the woman, her name is Julie Marie Helgeson. And the obituary goes like this. Greatly loved and greatly missed by family and friends. 1948 to 1967. Julie graduated from Albert Lee Senior High in 1966 and was a pom-pom girl in the Y-Teens and sang in the school choir and was active in church work. After her first year of college, Julie went to Glacier Park June 12, 1967, and took a job as laundress at Glacier Park Lodge. She had planned to return home in mid-September to begin her sophomore year at the University of Minnesota in elementary education. Julie was camping next to the Granite Park Chalet in Glacier National Park. During the night of severe thunder and lightning, a grizzly bear attacked her and her hiking companion, Roy Ducat, dragging her off in her sleeping bag. Roy was able to escape from his sleeping bag, but was severely injured by the bear, but survived. That same night, about 10 miles away, another woman, Michelle Coons, was also killed by a different grizzly bear.
Oh my God.
I know. Funeral services for Julie were held at First Lutheran Church in Albert Lee on August 16th. Julie was survived by her parents, Milton and Harriet, and her older sister, Suzanne.
Oh.
That's so sad.
Horrible. A bear attack.
Look how cute she was.
Oh, little hairdo. She had the little flip going.
Uh-huh. So cute. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace, girlie. Sad.
So sad.
God.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, I guess.
I know.
Sad.
So sad.
Oh, man. Well, I guess we should take a break now that we finally got some goddamn advertisers on here. Hey, we'll be right back.
And we're back. What's got you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right. So last week, Madison, I feel like things went a little all over the place with my coffin spinner.
Uh-huh.
Very graphic. And it was one of those ones where, like, it's kind of like when you're at a party and you say something weird and then you leave and you're like, I shouldn't have said that. But I mean, I don't regret it because it was definitely, we learned some things.
Totally.
But a little graphic.
I went home and Cisco milked me that night. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Why buy the cow? Well, today I'm bringing you a bit of a two-parter, and both are similar in a sense, and both are surrounded by debate around whether or not they are ethical.
Ooh, okay.
We love a good, ethics conversation.
Yes.
We'll start with topic number 1, which I feel like really sort of piggybacks off of last week's topic, and that is maternal somatic support after brain death. Something I'd never really thought about, didn't really know anything about, and it's essentially the terminology used to describe a situation when a brain dead patient is pregnant and they keep their body alive in order to deliver a fetus.
Okay. My topic is going to go along with this.
Oh, perfect. Because we love a cohesive episode. Hey, we like when we make sense.
Hey,
Hey.
I like that.
I also love that we just decided one day we're not going to tell each other what we're doing. Hey, it's a surprise. It's fun. It keeps things fresh.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, you want relationship advice? We'll tell you how to keep a friendship sparking.
Yeah.
So brain death, also known as brain stem death, is when a person on an artificial life support machine no longer has any brain functions, which I'm sure you know from whatever you're going to talk about. This means they will not regain consciousness or be able to breathe without support. A person who's brain dead is legally confirmed as dead. They have no chance of recovery because their body is unable to survive without artificial life support. The difference between brain death and a vegetative state, which can happen after extensive brain damage, is that it's possible to recover from a vegetative state, but brain death is, again, just permanent. Now, brain death is something that does happen. I mean, it happens. I think it's probably something, unfortunately, that they see on a regular occurrence. But according to a write-up for the U.S. National Library of Medicine, when it comes to maternal brain death, it's not a super common occurrence. In the 28-year period between 1982 and 2010, there were 30 reported cases of maternal brain death. In 12 of those cases, a viable child was delivered via cesarean section after extended somatic support.
Wow.
However, there is no widely accepted protocol to manage a brain-dead mother since only a few reported cases have been found in medical literature and history.
Okay.
Moreover, the mother's wishes are rarely, if ever, known, and families should be consulted in developing a care plan. So I think a lot of people, myself included,
Is this like when they ask the father, who are we saving?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's almost more complicated. And you'll hear why once we get into more of the specifics. I mean, I think a lot of people, like myself included, your initial reaction, like if you or I, if we had a wife and they were pregnant and something happened leading them to brain death, it would be a hard thing. Like, I think our initial response is like, oh, keep them alive. We want to keep this baby. But there's a lot to consider aside from just the wants. It's expensive. On the wiki article that I read, it says that the cost of maintaining a brain-dead mother on life support depends on the number of days spent in the ICU. And on average, in instances of somatic support, which is when they're keeping them alive, for the mothers, they needed to spend roughly 52 days in the ICU in order to carry the baby to a deliverable age. And the average cost of medical ventilation for adults in the ICU is $1,500 per day short term. Long term can be up to $5,000 per day.
Okay, wait. So you're talking if, let's say, a pregnant woman has a head injury.
Right.
And is confirmed brain dead.
Like they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a vegetative state, no stem response.
Right.
Like, okay, we're not talking this is her giving birth and there's complications. We're talking an accident before.
Yes, something causes the brain death.
I see.
And then it's up to
But they can keep her alive
so that the baby can continue to grow.
I see.
And on average, that's where the 52 days average comes in, because that's how long they normally need to be kept alive on the ventilators and everything in order for it to work. And if you're averaging it out where it can be up to $5,000 a day.
Does insurance cover that?
It depends on the situation. And most of the time, no.
Wow.
So it's like, for most people, the reality of that situation would be not to do it. But there's other reasons you probably wouldn't want to. And while that's all insanely expensive, another thing that you have to consider is once the baby arrives, it may need to be in the NICU, which can cost on average $3,000 per day. And that typically is covered more by insurance, I believe, but who knows? Because our healthcare system's a fucking joke in the US. I mean, it's all very circumstantial. This whole situation's very circumstantial. It's a very rare occurrence.
Yeah, but still, it could happen, and that's insane.
It's insane. I mean, I cannot imagine being in that predicament, right? Like, it's okay. Either I go into massive debt, but we get to have a part of this person that I lost forever, or, I mean, can I even do it on my own? It's like a horrible scenario to be in. There's a story that I want to talk about from 2013, and it's perhaps one of the most famous examples of this. This happened in Texas, and it'll make everything, if you're a little lost here, it'll make everything make sense. So this happened in Texas in November of 2013. Eric Munoz found his 33-year-old wife, Marlise, unconscious inside of their family home and immediately rushed her to the John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth. They get to the hospital. It turns out that she had endured a pulmonary embolism and was declared brain dead. Well, Marlise was 14 weeks pregnant at the time, which is not very far along.
Yeah.
For Eric, he didn't want to keep Marlise alive in order to deliver their unborn child. In fact, both he and his wife were both paramedics professionally and had discussed the matter. She made it clear that in the case of brain death, she would not want to be kept alive artificially, and he wanted to respect that, which totally, I mean, I'm the same way. If I was ever experienced brain death, don't keep me alive on a machine if I don't need to.
Right.
Even vegetative state. Like, I'm personally, my thing is, no, just let me go. Do not resuscitate. I'm not interested.
I'm a
pray for a miracle.
I believe in miracles.
Oh, bitch. Expensive. No, I'm not waiting for a miracle. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm not too interested in living forever.
No, that's true. And if miracles do exist, you know, maybe you take me off the machine and that's when.
Oh, I'm unplugging your machine. The fucking I'm unplugging it to plug in my phone. I'm like sorry. Posting fucked up pictures of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this story. Unfortunately for Eric, the Texas hospital did not care what she wanted. They didn't care what he wanted. The hospital refused, citing a Texas law which required that life-saving measures be maintained if a female patient was pregnant, even if there was written documentation that was against the wishes of the patient or next of kin. Eric Munoz decides to file a suit and bring the whole thing to court. Because he's like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, she's, 14 weeks pregnant, but this is not.
Yeah. Like when you were first explaining it, I was like, I would absolutely go into debt. Like I would keep the person alive, have this baby. But in a case like this, where it's like.
They specifically asked.
Yes. We all need to respect people's fucking wishes. 1. But 2, she's only 14 weeks pregnant, which. Of course, it's still a big deal. You're pregnant. But I'm sure it would be so insane to see her body change as the baby grew. You know what I mean?
Well, and here's the thing, too. The baby may not be getting everything that they need to get. So listen to this. In January of 2014, 3 months after Marlise had been declared dead, she's still being kept alive on these ventilators and everything. Eric's attorneys argue that the fetus had severe abnormalities caused by oxygen deprivation and was likely non-viable. The fetus had fluid building up inside of the skull and possibly had a heart problem. The attorneys also argued that the fetus's lower extremities were so deformed to the extent that the sex could not be determined. An attorney who had helped rewrite the Texas state law cited as the reasoning for maintaining life support said that there was a problem with the application of the law to a patient that was no longer alive. So it's kind of like the person who wrote the laws and everything pertaining to doing everything you can at the hospital to keep these pregnant women alive was actually like, oh, wait. This person's dead, though. I mean, you're technically keeping her alive, but she's not alive anymore. Mm-hmm. She's already been declared dead.
She's clinically dead, yeah.
Right. So on January 24th of 2014, Judge R.H. Wallace Jr. ruled that the hospital must disconnect Munoz's organ support by January 27th. The judge did not rule on the constitutionality of the state law, but instead found that the law did not apply to deceased patients like Munoz. Marlise Munoz was disconnected from organ support at 11:30 a.m. on January 26, 2014, and all remaining respiratory function ceased immediately and all cardiac function ended a few minutes later. Her body was released to her family, and Eric Munoz decided to name the fetus Nicole, his wife's middle name.
Oh, what trauma. Like, he had to go. God.
And I read one thing, and it was like the hospital wouldn't say whether it was them paying to keep her alive or if he was going to have to pay for it, which is a whole nother fucked up situation. The FIGO Community for Ethical Aspects of Human Reproduction and Women's Health has published Brain Death and Pregnancy, a report to help clinicians, healthcare administrators, and families evaluate the ethical considerations surrounding women's health. Within this report, the committee establishes that healthcare providers are first responsible to the women, then the unborn fetus, which I think in my opinion, that's how it should be.
In my opinion, too.
Yeah. Hello. It's obviously a touchy subject, and a lot of pro-life groups have dedicated time to advocate on behalf of the fetus, to which I say, then foot the fucking bill. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, let people do what they want to do and what they need to do.
Yeah.
Not your place. Now, I quickly wanted to touch on a very similar subject of posthumous sperm removal, which is exactly what it sounds like when sperm is collected from a corpse after brain death and then used later on for in vitro fertilization.
Oh, okay.
This is also kind of a rare circumstance. It has happened on numerous occasions, though, and they recommend extracting the sperm immediately after somebody's died, but sometimes they've taken sperm from a body up to 30 hours after death, and they still have had an almost 100% success rate in keeping that sperm alive. In the UK, they actually require written consent from the deceased in order to collect the sperm. Other countries like France have placed full bans on the practice of posthumous insemination because they're like, we don't know what this person would have wanted. And
I feel like that should be something in like a will or a trust.
Yeah, it's hard because it's so circumstantial, because what if you wrote down 10 years ago that that's something you would want, but then you had changed your mind, but then you're dead? Or most of the time, they probably haven't written. According to the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, a number of major religions view posthumous sperm retrieval in a negative light, including Roman Catholicism, which, quote, prescribes the procedure on the same grounds as in vitro fertilization, namely the rights of the unborn. Judaic scriptures are based on the halakhic prohibition on deriving personal benefit from a corpse, and in the case of those in a persistent vegetative state, their categorization as a dying person prohibits anyone from touching or moving them or anything that does not relate to their immediate care. So it can also be a religious debate sometimes, but as far as ethics go, when you first hear about it, it's almost like, wow, what an incredible world we live in where they could take the sperm of someone and keep them alive.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, is it ethical? I don't know. And then we also have to think about the aftermath here, because if the sperm is used to inseminate a woman, there's a bunch of issues around legal rights of the child, including but not limited to inheritance, and as well as proof of paternity, like all kinds of things that play into it. It's just like interesting, and both were topics that I wanted to talk about because I felt like they'd be fun to have conversations about. Both are rare instances. Mm-hmm. But both are things that really do make you think, like, what would I do in that situation? And I guess my feeling around a lot of it is don't fuck with the dead. Like, don't fuck with the deceased.
No, yeah, for sure.
And not even in like a spiritual way or anything like that. But I'm just like, it's all very circumstantial. Like, if a woman was 9 months pregnant, about to give birth, and has a pulmonary embolism and passes away, it's like, if it's like a matter of hours or days until she was about to give birth, it's kind of like, well,
but then
on the
flip side, if that was her like life's wish, like save this baby no matter what,
it all comes back to feelings, because then it's like,
I know.
What do you do? It's hard,
it's
and
so
nobody
hard.
wants to make those decisions.
No, and you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
There's pros and cons, I think, to both. I think like the somatic, like keeping the women alive, I think that I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. I think the sperm one, though, is something that's kind of, you're willing it to happen after death. It's almost like if you were going to get the woman pregnant, or like you take her eggs or something, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
It's all makes you there's no right or wrong answer, I feel like, for any of it, because it is circumstantial, but
Yeah.
it's interesting to think about.
Very interesting. My mind's just kind of blown.
Well, because then if you want to get religious or you want to get spiritual about it, what if you're like, no, the baby should go with the mom into the next life or whatever?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you want to play God or...
Yeah, but you could have, that's what a lot of religious people say about in vitro.
Well, right. And that was
Which
something that was
I think
interesting.
is such a great thing. Like that science is able to do that to help you.
It's also, though, when it comes to the debate of like, should gay people be allowed to be parents? Should these people be allowed to be parents? I always think, I'm like, just because you can't create a baby the same way that naturally it doesn't come easy to you or whatever, it's like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Does that mean God thinks that you shouldn't have children or whatever? Like,
Right.
because there are some groups that are like, yeah, it's fine to do in vitro, but no, gay people shouldn't be parents. And I'm like,
Everyone's a fucking hypocrite. Everyone contradicts themselves.
also nothing's real. Sorry. It just...
We're
Give
all
it
just
up.
fucking trying to do the best we can.
We're just a bunch of bugs on a planet. Are you kidding? What do we know about anything? Literally one person will make something up and then that's just it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Brainless.
Insane.
So, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what I would do.
I don't know what I would do.
Leave my sperm alone.
I know. Because then, yeah, and then you talk about, think about the rest of your family. Like, I don't know. Wild.
There has to be certain laws in place too, because I'm like...
Or like when people have, so, okay, you know, I've been on like a huge, I don't know if I've told you, but I've revisited the show Modern Family.
Yeah, you were telling
And
me.
I've been watching it like just at night from season 1. And Sofia Vergara, in real life, her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, like they had embryos frozen and they broke up and he wouldn't give them back or something, or like there was some lawsuit, and it's like stuff like that. Like, do you destroy them? Do you keep that? Like, what?
It gets really complicated and just bizarre. Wild. So
We're just here to report about it, guys.
yeah, don't take anything we say seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have our ideas. We all have our opinions. I think you and I are aligned on how we think about a lot of things where you're just kind of like, you know, it's your choice.
Yeah.
As long as it's not hurting anyone else.
Yeah. All right. I need a little break before we get into mine.
Yeah, we've had to do too much thinking. My brain hurts.
We're going to do a little more thinking.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What's got you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right. Well, we're going to talk about brain death too.
No, I
A
already
little bit.
did.
But the main topic is organ donation.
Ooh, cool. I've always wanted to look into that.
Yes, I didn't realize how little I knew about it until I started researching it. I am not a donor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
And
am.
I just never checked the box. Like, I never registered or whatever. Like, I just,
So you weren't consciously against it. You just didn't know?
I don't even know. I can't even answer that because
She doesn't have her license.
I probably shouldn't. But I remember, I think it was like an ex-boyfriend or something was like, oh, you know, like if you get into a car accident or whatever.
They're not going to try hard to save you. Try as hard to save you. Oh, no, that's not true.
It's so not true.
But I could see believing that when I was 16 or 17.
Totally. And I just never like went back to.
Oh, we're going to get you to the DMV.
I am going to register to be a donor. I'm sure a lot of you listening are the same because I read statistics and I'm not quoting anything, but from what I remember, it was like 75% of Americans believe in organ donation, but only like 50% are registered.
Okay.
Yeah, like something, I think everybody kind of has that. They're like a little freaked out by it.
That
and
mentality.
Yeah. And
I mean, I know some people, I'm sure for religious reasons, don't. You'll get into it.
I'll
I'm
get
sure.
into that. And then researching it, my attitude was like, don't flatter yourself because chances are.
They don't know what this liver's been through.
Yeah. Chances are you're probably not going to be able to donate anyway.
Really?
Well, okay, we'll get into it. But I am going to sign up to be a donor.
Yay.
So organ donation is basically when a person allows their healthy organs to be transplanted into someone else. There are living donors and dead donors. So if you're a living donor,
like Selena Gomez's friend.
Yeah. You can donate a portion of your liver. You can donate a lung. You can donate a kidney, a portion of the pancreas, and a portion of a small intestine. If you are a dead donor, you can donate your liver, your kidney, your heart, your small intestine, your pancreas, and then also tissues like heart valves, tendons, ligaments, veins, skin.
Eyes, right?
Bone tissue, corneas. Corneas are the tissue that's transplanted the most. I believe you can give the gift of sight to 2 people with your corneas.
That gave me chills. That's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Amazing. Wait, just really quick. Sorry. There's an app actually, and I have it. It's called Be My Eyes. It's a free app that allows you, basically, it's actually really cool. You'll get like a FaceTime call from somebody who's visually impaired. And they'll be like, can you tell me if I'm pointing to the right thing? Or can you help me see if this is here, like, or like if they're sorting pills or something, you can sit there and help them do it. And I've done it before, and it's actually really cool.
Wow.
So you
I'm
guys
gonna get
all
that
should,
app.
yeah, you guys should all download it because you just answer when you can and things like that, but it's super cool.
That is so cool.
So it's called Be My Eyes.
The goodness of people. Like, my faith is restored with stuff like that, you know? Yeah, so many incredible benefits to organ donation. You can save up to 8 people's lives if you are chosen to donate, and 50 or more people you can help with tissue and eye donation. Ugh. Yeah, so incredible. The Center for Organ Recovery and Education, core.org, says, quote, "The manner in which a person dies determines what organs and tissues can be donated. In most cases, people who are evaluated for organ donation have suffered fatal head injuries resulting from a car accident, stroke, or a brain aneurysm. A person is not evaluated for organ donation until all life-saving measures have been attempted. For the hospital and the first responders, their sole purpose is to save the life of the patient. The doctor will do everything in their power to try to save the life of the individual, and the hospital staff working to save the patient's life is completely separate from the transplant team. A person must be pronounced dead in order for organ donation and tissue donation to proceed." Their website also says that, this is crazy when I heard it, but says that 2.2 million people who die each year, and I'm assuming that that's just in the US, only 2% of them are able to donate.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So this is where brain death comes in. You already explained it really well, but verywellhealth.com explains it too and says, quote, "Brain death is a clinical and legal definition of death. Sometimes when a person is declared brain dead, their heart may still be beating and their chest may rise and fall with every breath from the ventilator. The skin might be warm and a person who is brain dead may appear to be resting. These physical functions may be present in a person who is brain dead because the physical damage is actually hidden in the brain rather than visible on the body." Like we talked.
Probably also what prompts people to keep people alive is they look fine. I feel like they're fine.
That was the craziest thing that I learned because, so I learned about the law. It's called the Uniform Determination of Death Act, or the UDDA, and it was a law enacted in 1981. It basically says that brain death is how we determine death, and also brain death is different, like you explained, from someone being in a vegetative state. Someone's heart may still be beating, their body may still be warm, and blood may still be flowing, but if their brainstem is having no interaction,
they're not alive.
They're considered dead.
Yeah.
And that is just insane. I'm like, what?
I know.
So Discovery News, they do these little like YouTube videos, and I watched one of them on organ donation. They talked about brain death as well, and I thought it was so interesting, and the process reminds me of something that we talked about a few episodes back that I'll get into. But they say that death itself is complicated, as we know, and that some people connect the heartbeat to life, and then they go into the legal ways we determine death, like I talked about the UDDA law. They also say that sometimes the cadaver will still be left on machines and ventilators to keep organs alive and pumping for organ donation. They also say 2 doctors, and this is where I kind of laughed because I was like, oh my God, we've heard about this. 2 doctors will conduct a brain death test. They check for reflexes that are controlled by the brainstem.
The titty twister.
And holy shit, I am so jaded by this show, Spencer. I fucking laughed because of all the crazy ways we used to determine death. Right?
You
we went
wave
over that.
The flag and the heart and the burning of the nose.
It feels like not much has fucking changed. Like, it is not what you see on Grey's Anatomy or like shows. These doctors, and it said in this video, so Discovery News explained that they will shine lights at the pupil, scratch the back of the throat, poke to cause some mild pain, and put water in your ear canal to see if there's any eye activity.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, it's 2022. Don't we have some like computer thing?
Yeah. Isn't there another way to notice? They're just like fucking shoving their finger down your throat. Listen, if a doctor's shoving his finger down my throat,
yank on my tongue. Maybe that'll bring me back to life.
give me a little nip flip.
Yeah. And then if all of those fail, they are taken off a ventilator to see if their respiratory system is working. If it isn't, they are diagnosed with brain death and then put back on ventilators, and all of the legal and, familial decisions are made. A few other crazy things I took from that Discovery News video is that only 3 in 1,000 people die in a way that is suitable for organ donation.
So it has to be like...
So you have to die in a hospital setting.
You have to die at the hospital.
Or in a hospital
like setting. So like if you're in a nursing home or something.
Mm-hmm. You also have to be in pretty good health, and you can't have any viral infections. So
right now...
people with COVID are turned away.
Wow.
Even if they died and all of that, they're turned away for organ donation.
Even if it's like, that's what's crazy to me, I guess, because I'm like, and hopefully there's advances in the future where it's like, no, we can still use someone's cornea.
I mean, maybe from what I read, no.
Well, and like, listen, I just feel the need to add this disclaimer. We say it a lot. We don't really know anything.
Yeah.
We just like, because I know that there's doctors that follow us. There's nurses that listen. Like, we know that we have people from all over the board dealing with the kind of topics that we talk about. So if you guys have things to add in, please.
Or to correct.
Yeah, or correct.
Let us know, and we'll correct it. But yeah, from the articles I read, no.
That's crazy. I wish you could sign a waiver that's like, I'll take the COVID eye.
Yeah, why not? Also in that video, they said that here in the U.S., there are about 26 donors that are viable per 1 million people.
Fuck.
But it could be so much more if we all signed up to donate, because you never know.
Hey, sign up today.
Sign up.
If it's not against core beliefs.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because most religions support it.
Okay.
Organdonor.gov has a list of religions, including, quote, Disciples of Christ, Episcopalian, Evangelical, Covenant Church, Islam, Judaism, Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, the Mormon Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Presbyterian, Southern Baptist Convention, and United Methodists.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, so contrary to what I would believe, a lot of religions actually.
I think I just think of like certain religions where it's like you can't be buried tattooed or like things like that.
Yeah.
I guess I was under the impression too that you had to be buried, like your whole body had to be buried or whatever.
The organ donation process is interesting. I also never thought about like, I don't know, when I thought of organ donation, I'm like, oh yeah, the person's dead and then, they take
their heart out and give it to someone.
Yeah, but I guess it's literally like any other type of surgery. Your cadaver is rolled into a sterile surgical room. Your body is kept on ventilators, so your heart's still beating. Things are pumping just to keep your organs alive. You receive, it's almost like an upside down Y incision.
It's like the autopsy. Like any autopsy, they do the Y.
They do the Y. Okay. Your organs are taken out and cooled and ready for transport, and you're sewn up, cleaned up, and then ready to go back with your family. And you can absolutely have an open casket and a normal burial. And censor, I don't even know if I'll leave this in because it's so stupid, but when I was reading about it, I was like, oh, well, what about a brain transplant? Like, won't that make your head deflate? Like, if they were to take it?
There's a skull, babe.
And I was like, there's a skull. I was like, imagine me in a coffin with no brain, deflated
It's
head.
not that much different than now.
And I was like, oh my God, we have a skull, and oh my God, nobody transplants their brain.
Okay.
Oh my God. There's a national organ donation list, and from the American Transplant Foundation.com, they say that about 115,000 people are on the organ donation list, and another name is added to that list every 10 minutes. And then I also read somewhere that 20 of those people on the list die a day because there are so few donations.
Sad.
Very sad. So I watched so many heart-wrenching videos and read so many beautiful articles about organ donation, giving someone a second chance at life, and the wonderful strangers.
Have you seen those videos of people reuniting with people who gave them a lung or letting a family who lost someone hear the heartbeat again?
Yes.
Oh, that'll get you crying.
Gets you crying. So I, of course, was like, well, I want to hear the fucked up stories.
Yeah.
So I went searching and found an article on scoopwhoop.com.
Not Scoop Whoop.
It was an article titled 10 Unbelievable Organ Transplant Stories That Are Actually True. I'm going to read 3 of them, and I'm going to read them verbatim from the website. The first one says, quote, "This man demanded his cheating wife to return his kidney. Richard Batista, a doctor from Long Island in the U.S., saved his wife's life by giving her his kidney. But soon he received divorce papers from his wife, who was allegedly cheating on him with her physical therapist. She even barred her husband from seeing their 3 kids. While this was the husband's version, the wife, however, claimed that the affair existed only in the mind of her husband, who was so paranoid that he would check her underwear for any evidence.
Ew.
The doctor sued his estranged wife, demanding the kidney back or pay $1.5 million for the organ, though the doctors maintained that it was impossible and unethical to do so. The second story...
Well, what ended up happening? Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. Second, quote, "This woman received a kidney from her husband's lover. Difficult to believe at once, this is actually a true story. When Malia Evci, a Turkish woman's kidney stopped working, she was immediately left in the need of a dialysis thrice a week. During this time, her husband developed a romantic relationship with another woman named Ace Imdat. When his wife discovered this, she asked him to marry the other lady after she dies. It was when the husband, wife, and the mistress visited Istanbul for surgery that Imdat, the other woman, insisted to donate her kidney to Malia and promised to take care of her after the surgery. We shared a husband, and now we share a kidney," said the wife. Okay, and then, this was the weirdest thing I've read, but it says, quote, "This woman received her husband's feces as transplant."
No, thank you.
In 2008, one of Dr. Koret's patients was suffering from gut infection of Clostridium difficile. She was suffering from constant diarrhea, and the condition was so bad that she had to stay in a wheelchair all the time, wearing diapers. When antibiotics didn't stop the bacteria from growing, the doctor decided that she needed a transplant, but not of an organ. A sample of her husband's stool mixed with saline solution was transplanted into her colon, and to everyone's surprise, diarrhea vanished, and so did the infection.
Oh my God.
I mean, science
has gone too far.
incredible.
Couldn't you technically put anything in there?
But the
Oh, yeah.
bacteria.
I guess.
Oh my God. So
I'll give you one if you ever need it.
Thank you. I'll leave it on your doorstep.
In a bag lit on fire. Oh, God, we're idiots.
My God. Moral of the story, donate your organs if you can. Organ donation doesn't discriminate on race, gender, sexuality, celebrity, income, nothing like that.
Even stars like us?
Yeah.
Wow. You want to know bitch and kidney?
It just do it. You never know.
Thank you. That ended like a PSA. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, man. Well, we're going to let you guys sign up for that while we take a quick break. We'll be right back. So they've delivered your posthumous baby. They've stolen your sperm from your corpse.
And now they're taking your organs.
And then they got to write you an obituary.
Exactly.
Okay, so this one was actually sent in by a Geoff, whose name I completely forgot to write down. Let me know and I'll shout you out on the next one. It's actually it's like half article, half obituary.
Okay.
Because it's about a pair of twin sisters. It says, death reunites Dovey with twin Lovey.
Lovey-dovey.
Lovey and Dovey, my God.
Are they humans?
Yeah, this is an article by Mike Wilson. It says, death separated the twin sisters named Lovey and Dovey in 1995 when Lovey Dowdle died at 93. Now death has brought them together again. Dovey Dowdle, whose only desire was to be with the woman she called my dear sister, died Thursday at 95. For Dovey, who lingered for 18 months without her sister, the day was too long in coming. Without Lovey, her name and her life had no rhyme nor reason. Soon Dovey will be placed in a crypt with her sister in a mausoleum in St. Petersburg. The caskets will lie end to end with the heads close together and the bodies pointed away from each other as if reflected in a mirror.
Oh, cool.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
I want to spend the afterlife with you. I'm having fun in this one.
I know.
Quote, they had the most remarkable relationship of any two people I've ever known, said their niece, Pat Walsh, who lives in Colorado. She's the daughter of Dovey's brother, Winston, who died 12 years ago. I want to get into the obituary. It says, Dovey Lentress Dowdle and Lovey Dentress Dowdle were born 10 minutes apart in rural Pickens County, Alabama, on March 20th, 1902. They attended the University of Alabama, then worked as teachers and government clerks. They lived apart for years, Lovey in Tennessee, Dovey in Alabama, but kept in touch by writing letters. Their names made them minor celebrities throughout their lives. Once in the 1950s, they appeared on the general knowledge quiz show, Two for the Money, which was hosted by comedian Sam Levinson. Dovey wanted to do it, Walsh said. Lovey did not. Dovey talked her into it. Lovey swore that she was so humiliated because she didn't know the answers to questions. In 1976, a Times reporter visited the Dowdles to write about a clock they owned and wound up writing about their names. Originally, all three names ended in EY, the story said, but then their small Alabama town, there was another girl named Lovey who used snuff. She'd put it inside her lower lip, which stuck out. Lovey Dowdle decided that was awful, so she changed her name to Lovey, Lovie, instead of Lovey, and talked Dovey into becoming Dovey, Dovie, and Dorsey into being Dorsey, which is the first time I'm hearing about Dorsey.
Yeah, who's Dorsey?
Apparently not as tight. She's like, her coffin's down the crypt a little bit. Later, she changed her mind, and Lovey and Dovey became Lovey and Dovey EY again, but Dorsey is stubborn and has remained Dorsey ever since. The Dowdles argued endlessly, but always good-naturedly about their middle names, which their parents apparently made up. One day, Lovey decided she wanted to be Lovey Lentress instead of Lovey Dentress because she liked the sound better. Dovey said she did not want to share the name, but Lovey borrowed it anyways. She took it with her to the crypt. The lettering on the outside says Lovey L. Dowdle. After Lovey's death, a Pinellas County Circuit Judge appointed Adult Comprehensive Protection Services, a nonprofit social service agency, to look after Dovey. She was not doing well. She still lived at home, but she slept on a couch in the living room because she imagined that an intruder was lurking in the bedroom.
Like me when my husband travels.
Uh-huh. And I'm the intruder. Dovey was later moved to the homestead of Largo, an assisted living facility with full-time nursing care. She celebrated her 95th birthday there. The staff tied balloons to her wheelchair, but could not enjoy it because her arthritic back hurt her so much. She was still at the homestead when she died. There will be no funeral because Dovey's relatives cannot make it to Florida. One day this week, the funeral home is not sure when, an elevator-like device will lift Dovey's casket into the 7th and highest row of the mausoleum, 20 feet above the ground. A worker will remove the white marble cover on the crypt and slide Dovey's casket inside with Lovey's. In the funeral home business, they call it a companion crypt.
Oh,
Love that.
I love that.
I'm all about being BFFs in the after, like in the,
yeah,
in cemeteries and stuff. I'm like, bury me with my friends.
You know, that's funny. Well, speaking of Modern Family, I was watching an episode and...
What if it just came out that you're just this crazy Modern Family fan? I'm like, yeah, Madison's house is like covered in posters.
It's like up and over. It's just like, you know how you like to watch a show before you fall asleep?
I have to.
You
don't want to know what's going on. You know what's going on in this brain?
No.
Corpses lactate. I need that distraction.
I literally need a feel-good
Yes.
show to fall asleep now.
And for now, it's Modern Family.
It's Modern Family, but there was an episode where Jay and Gloria, if you guys watch it, you'll know Jay and Gloria, they go and look at plots that they bought for when they die, and there's a couple there.
I think I remember this episode.
Okay, so there's like an older couple there, and they're like, oh, we just like visit just to check out the neighborhood, like meaning like,
yeah.
you know, all the...
That's going to be us. We're going to be like, hey, we're raiding this cemetery.
But they were weird about, because Jay is like 20 years older than Gloria. So they were like, oh, this is your wife, but there's going to be an empty spot where she should be, you know, when you're buried. And what if she remarries and, you know, and then there's a stranger in the neighborhood, you know? It's like, it's true, I guess.
Oh my God.
And so anyway, he decided, you're going to put me in an old coffee can and I'm going to be cremated. And
perfect.
You're going to put me on the fireplace. So when you have a new husband, it'll drive him nuts.
There you go. And that's my obituary for Lovey and Debbie.
Lovey and Dovey, how sweet. Good for the parents for just fucking balls to the walls.
Right?
We're going to name our twins Lovey and Dovey, and you guys are going to deal with it. Okay, Spencer, I was inspired because you can see I'm not wearing headphones today.
Yes.
Desi ate them. So... when I was looking up obituaries, I stumbled upon the New York Times obituary for John C. Koss, who was the stereo headphone inventor.
Oh my God.
Yes, he died at 91. As we know, a New York Times, we love New York Times, but sometimes their obituaries are extremely long.
Oh my God.
So it's going to go into the business of headphones and the Koss company. I'm going to cut some of that out so that I can just kind of highlight him. And the New York Times obituary goes as follows. The sound was just bouncing in my ears, he said, of his first experience with the earliest version of the headphones he helped invent in 1958. John C. Koss, a trumpet player and one-time teenager band leader, who, with a friend, invented stereo headphones and provided people with a new high-quality and personal way to listen to music, died on December 21st in Milwaukee. He was 91. His son, Michael, confirmed the death. Koss headphones became standard equipment for music listeners, disc jockeys, and recording artists in the studio, even for members of the House Judiciary Committee when they heard White House tapes in 1974 during President Richard M. Nixon's impeachment inquiry. For many years, they were virtually all Mr. Koss's company made, until an unsuccessful expansion into other audio products in the 1980s nearly put it out of business. Mr. Koss and his friend Martin Lang Jr., an engineer, developed a portable stereo phonograph in 1958 that they called a private listening station. It had a turntable, speakers, and a privacy switch that let users plug headphones into a jack. But most of the headphones available, like those used by telephone operators, shortwave radio users, and pilots, were incompatible and not stereophonic. So they rigged up cardboard cups that contained 3-inch speakers.
Old school. That like makes you think of like, I don't know, old school.
Yeah.
Like, wow, innovative, Spencer, real thinker.
No, like putting a string on 2 cups or
like
whatever.
Soup cans or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what our early podcasts sound like.
Yeah. They attached them to a headband made of a bent clothes hanger covered with a rubber shower hose. And oh man, woo, it was just bouncing in my ears, Mr. Koss said in an undated video interview on the Koss Corporation's website. It was a great sound. Now, the whole thing was there. Anybody that listened to it, it was like the first time you drove in a car or the first time you did anything. Mr. Koss, whose own taste ran toward the music of the big band era, added, "Enclosing yourself in just the music, it gets to be even more thrilling." John Charles Koss was born on February 22nd, 1930, in Milwaukee. His father, Earl, was a teacher, a cookie salesman, and later the bookkeeper at his son's company. His mother, Ida Kenkel, Koss, was a teacher. As a youth, John started playing a cornet that he had inherited from a grandfather. He later switched to trumpet. While attending Riverside High School in Milwaukee, now named Riverside University High School, he started a big band that played at schools and churches. After his graduation, he served in the Air National Guard and became a salesman at an appliance store. One day when he was homesick, he got the idea to start a business renting television sets to hospitals. It later branched into renting them to schools. Then, in 1958, he and Mr. Lang created the portable phonograph and its headphones. At first, you had to buy the whole system to get the headphones, Michael Koss, who replaced his father as the company's chief executive in 1991, the elder Mr. Koss remained chairman, said in a phone interview. "Fortunately for our family, Dad looked in the mirror and talked to the marketing department and said, 'I have to be in the headphone business.' Headphones sustained the company even as competition emerged, especially from Japan. In 1971, John Koss brought in a new president, James Dodson. Mr. Koss remained chief executive but gave Mr. Dodson the freedom to make substantial changes. Believing the headphone business to have matured, Mr. Dodson moved Koss into loudspeakers, challenged the Sony Walkman with the Koss Music Box, bought a company that made record and tape care products, and developed a digital radio. But the audio market contracted, causing sales of headphones to shrink, and manufacturing problems in Taiwan damaged hopes of success with the music box and the digital radio. By 1983, the company was losing money and its stock was flattering. Late the next year, after Mr. Dodson's 5-year contract ended, Koss filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Mr. Koss, whose net worth was tied entirely to the company.
Why did you just get an accent?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Mr. Koss, whose net worth was tied entirely to the company, was broke.
Are you crying?
I felt awful, he told Inc. magazine.
We're losing her, ladies and gentlemen.
It says Inc. like Incorporated magazine. He's like tatted head to toe.
Cap on D.
My board had agreed, my family had agreed, but I was the guy who had to sign the papers. I just walked around in a daze, angry at myself. A year later, Koss emerged from bankruptcy after taking measures like liquidating the music box and digital radio inventory and selling the company that made record and tape care products. It refocused on headphones, and it has not changed its its strategy since then.
You stick your tongue out.
The company overcame another hurdle when shareholders in the Securities and Exchange Commission sued it after it emerged that an executive had embezzled more than $30 million.
Oh my God.
The suits were settled in 2011. 2 years ago, Koss sued several of its competitors, including Apple and Bose, for infringing on its wireless headphones patents. The case remains open. In addition to a son, Michael, Mr. Koss is survived by another son, John Jr.
Another son. You mispronounced son. Oh my God.
I can't.
Another son.
Another son, John Jr., his daughters, Deborah, Linda, Pamela, 15 grandchildren, 15 great-grandchildren, and his brother, G. Peter Koss. His wife, Nancy Koss, died in 2018. Mr. Koss retired as a chairman in 2015, but Michael Koss said the company used him as a secret weapon until 2016 because of his standing in the audio industry. If I took him to a trade show, people would bring their headphones for him to sign, especially if we were overseas, he said. People would line up to meet him. Ugh, what would we do without him?
Innovative.
I mean, think about headphones. I'm serious. Think about it. You're wearing them right now.
We need them all the time.
We need them all the time.
Oh my God. Well, seems like he lived quite a long life by that obituary. So we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back with our final segment. We'll be right back.
And we're back. It's time
for some dumb
Ask
Criminals. Let's do it. My dumb criminal this week was sent in by a lovely geoff named Megan. Who said, I've been patiently waiting for some dumb shit to happen in my hometown because it just does so often, so I could send it to you guys. If you Google most white trash city in Texas, our town comes up. Anyways, voila. Love it. First of all, don't look at anything else but look at him.
Oh my God, okay. I don't want to look him in the eyes.
So from December 6th of 2021, recent, a Lufkin man accused of setting fire to a portable toilet in Festival Park remained in the Nacogdoches. Was that it?
Nacogdoches.
Oh my God, that's like fucking Mary Poppins' Texas trash cousin. She's like, I'm
Nacogdoches.
XP Nacogdoches, bitch. The 61-year-old was arrested shortly after 9 a.m. on Saturday after police say they found him near the burning portable restroom on the 100 block of East Cox Street near the park basketball court. The portable restroom owned by the Huntington-based Piney Woods Sanitation was a total loss. Its value was estimated at $1,100. By Monday, the burned restroom was replaced. A roll of toilet paper and a second larger portable toilet near the basketball court appear to have also been singed. So he's just going around lighting porta potties. He admitted to setting the blaze, according to the affidavit filed for his arrest. The motive remains unclear for the accused toilet arsonist, who comes from a prominent Lufkin family. His father, yes, a reverend, was founding professor at Angelina College and a minister at the Disciples Christ Church. His mother was a longtime educator and professor. Then it starts talking about like their home and everything. It turns out that the 61-year-old culprit holds a doctorate in podiatry, but is not licensed to practice medicine in Texas. Okay, but listen. His name is John D. Tinkle.
John D. Tinkle. Oh my God.
John D. Tinkle. No wonder he's so mad. He's like, who needs toilet paper?
Who needs a porta potty?
Get out of here. You want to know what they used to call me in school?
The Tinkle Fairy.
Yeah. Stupid. Dumb. Dumbass. Love it.
Love it. Well, I've got a dumbass from Haines City, Florida.
Not in Florida?
Yeah, I know. We don't usually do them from
No.
there. Gary Wayne Anderson. He was out for a drive on the US 17/92 North.
Uh-huh.
He had a little trailer hitched to his vehicle, but all the articles I read didn't really mention if he was moving or what was going on with
What's going on here, Gary motherfucking Anderson Johnson?
Yeah, you motherfucker.
Bitch. Not on this Highway 71.
Yeah. Anyway, he's driving along and does something that is a fear of mine. He has a little fender bender with a police cruiser.
Oh, not the fuzz.
Yeah. The Haines City Police Department officer said that his cruiser was parked, but he wasn't inside of it, but heard the loud crash. He ran out. Thank God there was only minor damage done to the police car. But Gary Wayne Anderson was not off the hook. The policeman witnessed Gary do it with his vehicle. Gary Anderson's vehicle, by the way, was not a car.
What?
Not a bus. Not
Bicycle?
a bike.
No.
Not a
roller skate?
Not a scooter. A lawnmower!
Oh my God. Gary, those are supposed to stay in the yard.
Gary was just driving around on his lawnmower on the highway.
Why not?
Okay. Gary then admitted that he was drunk and that he ran into the police cruiser, but was adamant that he did not do any damage to the police cruiser.
Let him go.
He also refused to do a field sobriety test. So then he was taken to a medical facility and had to do a breathalyzer, and he blew a .241, which I guess is 3 times the legal limit.
Hey.
They also found cocaine in his system, but he was like, the officers put it there.
They did.
Mm-hmm. They did. So the Haines City Police Department wrote about it on their Facebook, saying, quote, "I'm proud of the professional demeanor our officers showed when dealing with this heavily intoxicated, belligerent offender."
Oh, please.
No, I guess he was like laughing and then saying like racial slurs and like just
horrible. Oh my God.
Horrible.
Throw him away.
Chief Jim Alensky said. And then the Facebook post went on to say, "It's never a good idea to get behind the wheel drunk, even if that wheel is Craftsman, Mossy Ferguson, or John Deere." Clever.
Oh my God. They're really going ham with those Facebook posts.
So, what else should we talk about, guys?
Nothing. We gotta go. Come on. Let's wrap it up, sister. I'm tired.
Alrighty, let's order some food.
Let's order some food. Let's just relax and
Let's go on live.
Let's go on live. I feel like this is just going to happen regularly on Thursday. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you're up, you're up. If you're not, we're not saving them because we are idiots.
And we're ugly.
Yeah. We'll see you next week with some more coffin spinners.
Some more obituaries.
And some dumb
ass
criminals. Goodbye.
Oh, bye-bye.